आर्मी तेज खेल रही हैं जो कि बल्लेबाज हैं, सारा खेल रही हैं जो कि बल्लेबाज हैं, लिचफील्ड खेल रही हैं जो कि बल्लेबाज हैं, सदरलैंड खेल रही हैं जो कि ऑलराउंडर हैं, हीथ खेल रही हैं जो कि विकेट कीपर हैं, वरिहम खेल रही हैं जो कि ऑलराउंडर हैं, डेविडसन खेल रही हैं जो कि ऑलराउंडर हैं, क्रॉस खेल रही हैं जो कि गेंदबाज हैं, स्मिथ खेल रही हैं जो कि गेंदबाज हैं, इंगम खेल रही हैं जो कि गेंदबाज हैं, इसी के साथ में बैलिंगर खेल रही हैं जो कि गेंदबाजी करती हैं नॉर्थर्न सुपर चार्जर्स के लिए। सभी तमाम साथियों ने अगर लाइक के बटन को नहीं दबाया है, एक साथ सभी भाई अपने यहाँ से लाइक के बटन को दबा दें, चैनल को कर ले सब्सक्राइब। मुकाबले के अंदर इसी प्रकार से जुड़ते रहिए दोस्तों, बने रहिए। मुकाबला देखना है फ्री में लाइव, टेलीग्राम पे आइए, वहाँ पे लिंक आपको प्रोवाइडेड करा दिया जाएगा। अब वेल्स फायर की जरा प्लेइंग 11 बता दें तो वेल्स फायर वुमेन में बीमॉन खेल रही हैं जो कि बल्लेबाज हैं,
कब तक ये मैच शुरू होगा मगर 4
जो कि बल्लेबाज हैं, डंकली खेल रही हैं जो कि बल्लेबाज हैं, इसी के साथ में मैगॉन खेल रही हैं जो कि ऑलराउंडर हैं, ब्रेस खेल रही हैं जो कि विकेट कीपर हैं, एल्विस खेल रही हैं जो कि ऑलराउंडर हैं, डेविस खेल रही हैं जो कि ऑलराउंडर हैं, प्रिया खेल रही हैं जो कि ऑलराउंडर हैं, जोना सीन खेल रही हैं जो कि ऑलराउंडर हैं, फ्रैंकलिन खेल रही हैं जो कि गेंदबाज हैं, लैंगस्टॉन खेल रही हैं जो कि गेंदबाजी करती हैं टीम वेल्स फायर वुमेन के लिए। तो दोनों ही टीमें मैंने आपको बता दी हैं, आप कौन सी टीम को कर रहे हैं सपोर्ट, कमेंट में आप बताइए। वीडियो को यहां से लाइक कर लीजिए 200-300 लाइक, और जो भी भाई सब्सक्राइब लाइक करता रहेगा उसका नाम रीड होता रहेगा। ये मुकाबला देखना है फ्री में लाइव तो टेलीग्राम पे जुड़िए, वहां पे HD क्वालिटी में लाइव लिंक।
has assessed this pitch just being at the other end, having a look at how it's coming on, hence the movement down the wicket to Stonehouse. Also, she's a youngster. You're going to put a little bit of pressure on the bowlers, don't you?
Keepers up straight away, and it's a big part of the game. The shorter format of the game, batters like to use their feet to get really aggressive. It's close. Dunkley's having a little look. Why didn't you spread your arms up?
It's the first time I've seen her leave a ball in 12 months.
I think it's fair enough. Cutaway finds the fielder. It's 5 balls gone and just 2 on the board.
It's a great start there by Stonehouse. It's 18 years of age, up and bowling against 2 England internationals. Should have been a little bit nervous at the top of the mark. Attacked the stumps for the first 3 and then showed Dunkley that she's also got the ball that leaves the right-hander as well.
Got that feeling that we're going to see a lot of spin bowled on this pitch here today, just like that old Cardiff pitch, low and slow. Into the attack comes Kirsty Gordon. Left arm spin, looking to use this breeze to cramp up the room for the right-handed batter. A little bit of drift and a little bit of bite.
You're just having a look at the field here for Kirsty Gordon too. There's a long on in play and a deep mid-wicket. Again protecting that side of the ground, which the breeze, more than a breeze, wind is going to...
Pulled away. That fielder that you mentioned there, Mel, a deep mid-wicket. Straight to there. And certainly the pitch that historically spin has done well, particularly in the shorter format of the game. Those tactics that you use, and again, using it in the power play is also one of those things, I think, where the captain just flicks the coin and says, right, over to you batters, do you want to take a risk? You're going to take this on?
Middle, please. Away from you. That's middle. Go right.
I wonder whether the field just changed slightly now to Tammy Beaumont, the deep square leg out there. She gets the angle, and even though there's a deep square leg, Tammy Beaumont picks up the first boundary.
They're 2 different styles of players, Dunkley and Beaumont. Dunkley likes to go straight. Beaumont, very adept at the sweep shot. The traditional, the reverse, the paddle. It's the traditional one to find her first boundary. Got the line all wrong.
push for a quick single. I think it's one of those where spin, always the assumption is that it's about spin off the deck. But I think there's a lot of craft that needs to be used, particularly on this type of surface, and flight, take pace off. Might put a bit more pace onto Dunkley, slower to Beaumont. Swept again. Dunkley's in on the action. Seen how successful the sweep shot's been, and she picks up 4. 10 balls gone, 12 on the board.
Yeah, this is all about digging up length early. And she was into position quickly enough just to try to assess where that length was. And when she knew she had a lot to play with, she could just sit back and wait and get up and under it and create that angle with her hands.
Smart as well. I think perhaps it's not the go-to shot for Sophia Dunkley, but seeing how successful Tammy Beaumont was, and that's hitting with and wind as well. So who's going to come on from the river taff end? So we've got Bryony Smith again. It's going to be trial by spin. Brave as well, isn't it? Take pace off that boundary behind you at the river taff end. It feels like, almost feels like it's creeping up behind you all the time as the game goes on. Beaumont again, looking to use as much of the back foot as possible. Pace off the ball, only 47 miles an hour that last delivery, which brings in a change of field because the drift of the ball going towards the offside. Another fielder on the offside for protection. Looks for the cut. I thought it was going to be a cut and then ended up being a loft. What reaction that was to end up taking that ball up and over mid-off for 4.
Yeah, it's the change in the game, isn't it? Where you're shaped to look as if you are going to cut it, but then you know that there is space down the ground. Why try and cut through the offside when there's 3 fielders in the inner circle? And all you have to do is clear it up and over the umpire to find the boundary.
Same shot again, cut away. And that'll go all the way to 4. Beaumont is finding her feet very, very quickly indeed. Getting the fire off to a flying start.
You can just see her opening up that front leg, the left leg there. Contact when it just drags back.
That's a great shot. I'll cut you the ball before.